came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it, they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it, I do what I want it. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore, my city used to a come up.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Pick 6 on the first play of the drive, and Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead, they have control, now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you...
They've got his man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or hit straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Fields. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They run it again with Cook. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The Buccaneers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down from Evans, still one of the most dependable receivers in the NFL. 9 seasons, all above 1,000 yards, and he's climbing career leaderboards. Already in the top 50 in yards, top 30 in touchdowns.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Run.
Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes He's out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll dump this off to Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Real.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Had no command that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. First catch for the Bears' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a Chicago first down. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. That good for 22 and a first down.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just one start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Herbert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And Mooney going to have a Bears first down as he's down inside the 15. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Regular. Alert.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Key. What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Hey, alert!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get...
Now the ball comes loose. But if the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here we go.
Fields on 1st down.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Out of the gun, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st down, Fields. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So we've hit halftime.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run with Herbert. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer. Because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game. Because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook will get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mayfield to throw it. It's caught. Tompkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This ball complete to Trey Palmer. Through the middle of the field.
And all the way out to the 36. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. 3 quarters in the books. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields. And he'll get this complete downfield to commit. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, they go back to Herbert. 72 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Right.
Play action. It's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one. They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A second down throw for Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Bucs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield now from the 50. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Hey, alert! Run. Point it right.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Real.
To throw, Mayfield. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here comes 2nd down.
Regular. Alert!
2nd down, Mayfield.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Baker.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's got some space. It's a foot race.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Pistol.
Now Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. Now he's loose at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go,
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Mayfield. That's caught by Palmer.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Run.
Mayfield.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Fields now on second down.
Flush to his right. Keeps himself upright. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Rolling to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out. They have the big second half.